So today we are solving repeating and missing number problem. So let's discuss what the problem is this. So we are given an array of number of elements which contains 6 elements. We have been given n is equal to 6. It means this array should contain value between 1 to 6 including 1 and 6. So and one value will be repeating and one value is missing. So we have to find out which value is missing and which value is repeating two times. So in question this is given the range should be for the array 1 to n. So here we are given n is equal to 6. That's why there are element containing 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 and 5 is missing. So as we know that there is a repeating number 1 and one is missing number, that is 5. So how to find these numbers? So the first approach for doing this is we will be using brute force method. We will be solving this question using brute force. So for this we will run the loop for every element for every element and and check for the check repeating and missing element by taking counter repeating element. So we will start from the brute force method. How we will approach it? So suppose we are taking this array which is given in the example. We will take we will start from here and run the loop for every element. It means we will take this element and run another loop in the another inner loop will which go from here to here, which will go from here to here. Okay, so we are taking this element and taking a count for this element. Then we will go here. Inner loop will start from here. That will take count of this particular one. The loop will we will iterate here and there here. Then the count of 1 we are getting 2, and if after the inner loop completion we will check if count is equal to 2. It means that repeating element, we are getting the repeating element 2. So this will be the approach. Now we will do code for this question. So the code part is that first we have to take two variables repeat and missing. I am writing the pseudocode here, not the exact code. So syntax error may be here because this is not actual code. So we will start from for I is equal to 1 to n. Why 1 to n not 0 to n? Because we are given elements from 1 to n inside the array. This is the condition given in the question. That's why we are taking 1 and we are checking for every element present between 1 to n. So for 1 we will be checking in the entire array. For 2 we will be checking in the entire array. For 3 we will be checking the for the entire in the entire array for finding that is this element missing or not. So that's why we are taking from 1 to n. Then we are taking a counter 0, and for j is equal to 0 to n it will iterate for the entire array, iterate in the array. This is using we are using for iteration in the array. So now for I j is equal to 0 to n, if arr arrj is equal to I, if we are using 1 2 3, So for 1 we are checking in the entire array whether there is an element which is equal to this in the array. If yes, we will increase the counter plus plus cmt plus plus. Then for particular a single element we are iterating, we are running this loop. So then second we will be again running this loop, then for third we will be again running this loop, and so on. So for one, in this array the one appears two times, so this loop will run two so the counter will become 2. So for one the our counter is 2, and after this loop completion we will check if whether cnt count is equal to 2. It means any element is repeating. So this particular I element is repeating. So we have taken a repeat element over here, repeat variable. So we will put, we will assign I is equal, repeat is equal to I. So now our repeat has value 1. So it is telling that this repeat has a value of 1, which means 1 is appearing two times in the array. Now now we will be doing this for finding missing value. So how we will how we will find the missing value? If cnt is equal to 0, it means for a particular element there is no increment in the counter, as we have checked for 1, as we have checked for 2, as we have checked for 3, 4, 5, 6. So for 1 we got count is equal to 2. It means this is the repeating element. For 2 we got a count is equal to 1. For 3 we got a count is equal to 1. For 4 we got a count is equal to 1. But for 5 we got count is equal to 0. So as soon as we get a count is equal to 0 here, so then we will be using this variable for storing the missing value. So this missing value will be so in this variable we will be storing the missing value. This we will be storing the missing value I. So and for we can also, for the safer not for the safer side, uh, we can use a flag method to break the loop as soon as we get both of the variables. Because if we get both variables, there is no need of going ahead. So we are making a flag for breaking the loop if missing is not equal to -1, as we have taken -1 and -1. If these values are changed, it means we got both of the values, missing values as well as the repeating values. So we will be cutting the loop here. Missing is equal to minus is not equal to -1, and we are using AND. Okay. So missing is not equal to -1 and repeating is not equal to -1. As soon as we as soon as we come to this conditional statement, if this is true, then we will break the loop, and after breaking we will return whatever we want to return, or print. We can also print these two values, and missing and repeating value. So this will be the our brute force method. It will take the time. Now we will calculate the time complexity of it. So we are using one loop 1 to n, and another loop, one outer loop 1 to n, and this inner loop 1 to n. So these are the inner loops, these are the nested loops. That's why the time complexity will be big of, sorry, so the time complexity will be big of n square, and we are not using any extra space. That's why our space complexity will be big of 1. So these are the time complexity and space complexity. Thank you.